G'day, Jimmy from Hairy Campers. This video is probably not aimed at use campers or people that want to enjoy the outback or holidaying or whatever. This is probably more aimed at our political people. I think Scott Morrison has done a fabulous job. We haven't been in this position since the 1920s with the Spanish flu, and I don't think we learned a great deal of lessons then either. But anyhow, I am terribly depressed with what's going on in Queensland. It's turned into a political war, for the want of a better word. I think what they want to do is they want to probably show the world how Anastasia has saved Queensland from COVID-19 and should be re-elected. That's probably not a bad point. But what about all the people up in Cape York, North Queensland and South Queensland that rely on the tourist industry, that are missing out on thousands and thousands of dollars a day, millions of dollars a week, and billions of dollars a month in the tourist industry? So what do you think about that, Anastasia? Don't you think that these people have a right to make money, to have a livelihood? Because when you look at it from this point of view, yeah, fine, it's all right to have your borders shut. Most of your tourism people come from the southern states and possibly even Western Australia, because you have got the best climate in the winter to go to. And look, we're ready to go. And we will social distance. We will be in self-isolation because most of our travelling will be in our four-wheel drive. The only time we're going to interact with people is when we go to Coles or Woolworths, and we're doing that here anyhow. So I really can't understand that. But and it's not so much about me. I really don't care. In New South Wales, as from the 1st of next month, I can go wherever I want in New South Wales and give my good money to people in New South Wales in their industry. But it's not what we're about. We're trying to make a YouTube documentary on 75 years since the end of the Second World War, which millions and millions of people lost their lives. COVID-19 is a disaster, and don't get me wrong, it is. It's a terrible, terrible disaster. But allowing your people in Queensland not to be able to have an income from their industry is going to be just as disastrous. There will be people up there that will die from lack of income. There'll be mental issues of people having their businesses completely destroyed because there is no clientele. So at the end of the day, Anastasia, get off your political horse if you want to win the next election. Because I'm telling you now, if I was a Queenslander and I had to vote for you, no way in this world. I'll pay the $50 or $80 fine and vote for nobody. At the end of the day, this is absolute neglect of listening to your people. Your constituent are saying, open the borders up. We want our industry to prosper. We don't want to lose our industry. Like I said, I wouldn't vote for you. I'd vote for an independent, or I'd vote for the Liberal Party. But if you want to gain votes, help your people and their industry. They're not going to make as much money as what they probably did last year or the year before. And they're probably not going to prosper as much as they did 3 to 5 years ago. But at least it's something. Because if you're going to open up the borders in September or October, the season for Cape York is just about over, because the people from New South Wales, Victoria, Western Australia and South Australia that are going to go up there don't want to be there when it's 39 degrees and 100% humidity. Not a lot of people anyhow. But at the end of the day, New South Wales has bit the bullet and said, if you want to go camping, if you want to go travelling, if you want to go and have a look at museums, or you want to make a documentary, that's fine. Here's what the rules are. Self-isolation after you come back. Social distancing. 1.5 metre rule, no matter where you are, whether you are at a museum, whether it's at a campsite. No shaking hands. No greeting people with a kiss and a cuddle. When you go to Woolworths, observe the 1.5 metre rule. When you go to Coles, the same thing again. Don't touch surfaces. If you don't need to touch the surface, don't touch it. And if you do touch the surface, get out your little bottle of your hand sanitizer and just kill whatever's on your hand. Don't pick up an item at Woolworths or Coles unless you need to. That's what we have to do for maybe forever. I don't know. Social distancing, is it that bad? No, it's not. I've got back my personal space. I have my personal space now without someone leaning on my back saying, move up so we can get a half an inch quicker. Or I should say a half an inch closer to the venue that we're trying to buy a hot dog from, or a pie. I have my personal space back. And what will I do in New South Wales? In New South Wales, I will abide by all the laws. 1.5 metres. I won't touch surfaces that I don't need to touch. When I even get fuel, I make sure I've got a pair of gloves on. Hand sanitizer. Personal hygiene. Wash your hands. When you wash your hands and in between your fingers, on the top of your hands, on the top of your fingers. Do all that. It takes about 20 seconds to do it all. Just do this. I'm getting really good at it now. Rinse a bit of the water off, go through the process again, and then rinse all the water off. I know COVID's gone. I haven't had it, and I've got no intentions of wanting to get it. When I go to Queensland, exactly the same. Shower every day. Self-hygiene. Wash the hands properly. Sanitize the hands. Don't touch surfaces. Self-isolation. We'll be in the vehicle. We won't be. I'm not going up there to party. Not with other people anyhow. It's only just ourselves are going up there. And plus we want to make this documentary on how great Far North Queensland contributed in the Second World War. Like the bravery of those airmen, the honour of those airmen in Bamigi and places like that. We want to show the world on YouTube what Far North Queensland did in that era, 75, 76, 77 years ago, to help protect Australia from something greater than COVID-19. But at the end of the day, Anastasia, get off your political horse. Don't starve your people out. Mental health is a big issue. You're causing mental instability, if that's a word. You're causing loss of income or revenue for that industry, for the travel industry. You're causing so much drama for your political gain. Leave it up to the people. They've done really, really, really well. They've done really well in what they had to do in the beginning of the COVID crisis. For God's sake, let them be responsible and let them be able to have their industry back. And it's never going to be what it was last year, the year before that. It won't be that, not for quite a long time. But if you leave the borders shut, I'm telling you now, forget about the election in October. You won't be there. Someone else will be, because the people of Queensland will make sure of that. But anyhow, this is Jimmy from Hairy Campers. Sorry to bring such a bad video to our sector and bring political idealistic ideas into it, but it needs to be told. Okay, this is Jimmy from Hairy Campers. Thank you.